Hello and welcome back for Game 4. Currently sporting a 1-2 record, so not really where we want to be, but hopefully we can pull it back into our favor. Yeah, last game wasn't the best, but things happen. Alright, so we got tails. I didn't ever pick something, so I don't know what that means, but I get to go first, so we got there. Mulligan. Downright terrible hand. And this one is less so. I think I'm going to start Execute just because I don't care if it gets knocked out and I don't want to give my Squirtle to anything crazy, but I will play the Squirtle just in case. And my opponent also has a Squirtle, so I'm going to play the Beach. I don't think we can afford to Juniper all of these cards away. We have a Candy and a Superior in our hand. I don't really want to use a Colorist to get one, but maybe I do. Yeah, let's just say. Alright, we're going to Colorist. Colorist ourselves down to 1, and then Beach. So not the best hand ever, but we top deck a Skylo or a Rare Candy. We'll have the Blastoise, and we know that our opponent can't do anything. He just passes back, so we're gonna play a Black Kyurem. I'm gonna go ahead and Heavy Ball for another Black Kyurem. If we have access to it, which we do. Wonderful. Play it, attach to it, and then just end. Hopefully we hit the Blast. Well, we don't hit the Blastoise, unfortunately. I'm gonna go ahead and, in case our opponent has something, Ultra Ball away those 2 waters. Just get another Squirtle on board. I don't think there's a way he can actually knock us out, but better safe than sorry, and then I will just Beach. So we're in a decent spot here. We have the Blastoise if we want it. As it stands now, we don't have a Black Ballista. But our opponent has a Blastoise. So luckily, starting with the egg means that he's not really going to be able to do much. I doubt he plays catcher. He could play a escape rope, but not sure about that. There's no cards in hand after Ultra Ball, so doesn't look like he'll be going off too much. Which is fine. Like he's not exposing himself to a big knockout or anything. So if we have an escape, if we can get an escape rope, that would be nice because then we're either knocking out a Blastoise or an EX, so we can get it. No, but he's just choosing to rush in. Okay. Well, we can. There's no way we can get the attack off this turn because we don't have lightning. We can Skylift for Rare Candy the Blastoise, Deluge onto our Black Kyurem, and then essentially just pass. I think that's our best, or Beach, I think that's our best option right now. Rare Candy. Attach to Black Kyurem. I could Superior, getting rid of Mime and a Beach, and just attach the rest of the energies, but if he does have Catcher or some other way of kind of getting me there, I don't want to just lose to that. Although it does make my Beach bigger. I only have 2, okay? I can't do it for 2. So we're just gonna Beach for 2. Our opponent definitely has the advantage now, even though we went first. he got Blastoise up first, and now he's in a better position overall. So, luckily, again, unless he plays Escape Rope, or Catcher, in order to like kind of get ahead in the race, he's doing Master Ball. It's interesting, but in order to get ahead in the race, he has to just kill an EX, and he can't do that. Really, he can only kill a Execute. So he's gonna have to like basically sacrifice one of his EXs to take one prize, which won't really end up mattering too much in the matchup. And then I can respond with my Black Kyurem and knock out his Keldeo, and then I will be ahead. Interesting Master Ball. I'm not sure if I like that. It lets you search for any Pokemon with no restriction, but I mean, I think finding Pokemon isn't your big deal. You know, most lists are running, you know, 2 to 3 Keldeo, 2 to 3 Black Kyurem, and Execute, 3, sometimes even 4 Blastoise. Like, finding candies and superiors and beaches are what you're really, like, you need. And I'm not sure that I really like that Master Ball there. So I put at Junipers. Looks like he's going to take the knockout. On the egg. Loading it up with energy. Oh yeah, he's play Catcher. Wow, okay, so he's playing Catcher. He's going to knock out our Blastoise. That's going to put us way behind unless we can find another one. So wow, that's a pretty solid play by our opponent. So do I assume that we're going to hit it all here, or do I play cautiously with the egg? I think I'm going to send it to the egg. I have Folkstone and a couple other outs. I don't want him to start this off here now. So we can't deluge if we want to win this. We are gonna Ultra Ball, Mr. Mime, and this Beach away. Those cards are both pretty useless. Yeah, we have 1 Blastoise, 1 Candy, 2 Candy. We only have 1 more Blastoise in the deck, so alright. Gonna take a Keldeo. Then out our deck a little bit. And we're gonna hope this one hits. Unfortunately, it did not. So we have it next turn if we want it through Skylas and Dowsing Machines. I think I'm just gonna have to beach. So wow, that playing Catcher definitely turned this from a state where I thought that we were pretty ahead to now where I just don't. I think if you guys know the Catcher for a Squirtle, I don't think we can win here. Still don't like Catcher in the deck. I think regardless of how this game goes, I think it's important to not be result-oriented in games, and that's something that I think a lot of people have trouble with because they win a match and they lose a match, and they think that that's the point of playing games, is to lose and win, which, while that's true, you also need to understand what a correct decision is. So, regardless of whether our opponent did well because he plays the Catcher here and beat us, we know that Catcher is not the correct decision. We know that Catcher takes away consistency. We know that Catcher can be used for better spots. We know that Blastoise isn't really Catcher because it has an infinite damage cap, right? So, so even though he plays Catcher, and even though he might win, even though it might give him a head here, we can't. We know that we're making the correct decision, so we can be fine in our estimate. So it's the same thing as. Oftentimes people will make a play that they know is correct, and then they lose because their opponent gets unlucky, or because their opponent gets lucky, and then the next time that happens, they won't make that play because they're scared. And what they don't realize is that it doesn't matter. Once you identify a play is correct and you know it's correct, you make that play every single time, even if every time you do it, your opponent just gets lucky and knocks you out. Like, as long as you know the play is correct, it shouldn't matter if you lose, because you can't be results oriented like that. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. It's a topic I'm kind of passionate about, so we'll definitely talk about it in future videos if you guys are interested. So I'm going to propagate here. And then I'm going to Dowsing Machine away a Beach and the Egg to get a Heavy Ball to get a Blastoise. So now I still think we're in a fine position. Like, he has another Keldeo ready to attack, but that's not a huge deal considering we're not going to two prizes here. I am going to go ahead, I think, and Skyla. Well, I was going to get an N, but I guess I'm all out of those. So I guess I'll Skyla for a Colorus. I have basically everything else in my hand, and maybe it'll make him think my hand's not all that great. Black Ballista. Now, will be pretty tough. Like he still needs, if he knocks me out here, I can knock him out, and then he'll be out of Black Key, which is good. But he'll only need one more prize, so it's the first big knockout, especially because he was able to take 2 non-EX prizes, are really important. But hopefully we can come back. So he does have the knockout, but so do we. I guess we need to find the Lightning. Maybe we should have discarded the Lightning there. Interesting. So I think we actually messed up, because if he knocks us out here, which he can, we'll need to find the Lightning, which we do not have. Interesting. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake. I apologize for that. It looks like we're going to get Black Ballisted. $400 damage. Okay, well, we do the Lightning, so that is solid, but we're still in this position where if he has a superior where we lose, I think he's only used the one. He has used just the one, so not the best place to be right now, but we gotta, we have to play to our outs, right? We have to hope that this is good enough. Let me go ahead and propagate. Discarding Squirtle. Well, that was a mistake, but luckily it won't really matter. Again, apologies for the misclicks. I'm not sure if it's Pokemon Online or myself or my mouse. I think my mouse is actually kind of sticking a little bit. I'm on a laptop and such, so I apologize. So I'm gonna load up all these energies here. And then just discarding the Lightning doesn't matter now, because if he knocks us out, we're dead. Which I assume he has access to, honestly. It's not that hard for Keldeo to be able to knock us out here. He just needs a superior. He's thinking for a while, though, so maybe he doesn't have it. Maybe he needs to enter Juniper or anything. Regardless, he just needs to hit. If he has a Skyla, he has. If he has a Juniper, he basically has it. If he has an N, he doesn't. If he has a Colorus, it's close. If he has so many other things, like he could just be slow rolling us here. Let's see what his supporters used. 1 N, 1 Juniper, 1 Bianca, 2 N's, 2 Junipers. So he still has a lot of outs, but he's catching up the Blaster, so he does not have it. Interesting. I guess I should have played the Squirtle on the bench last turn. But here's a Skylos. Maybe it's out of Superiors? That's a... strange. It looks like he's out of Superiors, so... or maybe he's just like thinning his deck out to try and draw one, because he still can't. He needs one more energy, or he needs 2 more energy to knock me out. So I'm not totally sure what's going on here, but maybe he just didn't see that he could knock me out. And there's the retrieval, so... Water and water. Maybe just loading up the black... I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay, all the energy's there. Well, this is gonna be hard for us now. I guess we're gonna have to drop this Squirtle. Skyla for basic energy retrieval if we have one. We do indeed. Play it for water. Water. Attach here and then just slash. So I don't think we win this game anyways. He needs 2 more energy and we're dead. He could just have nothing here, but baby killed you and a Juniper, so he's definitely hitting 2 more energy off of this, and that's the game. We made a slight misplay before by not playing on a Squirtle, but I think that the chances were so high that he just had it anyways, and I don't think... I mean, that would have mattered because if we would have been able to get to Rare Candy Blastoise, we would have won the game, but we had no more Blastoise in our deck anyways, so although it was still a technical mistake, I don't think it actually mattered. But maybe he whiffed here, it's taking a long time. And if he did whiff, we have game, so... Again, something I talked about in an earlier video, I believe, was that Pokemon Online is weird because you never know what people are actually doing, what they're thinking, because in real life, if someone takes a long time, it's because you can tell whether it's because they have nothing and they're just like looking at their options trying to see if they can find anything, or if it's because they have an overload of options and they're just trying to find out what exactly to do. You can tell with body language and fidgeting through cards and such, but in Pokemon Online you just have none of that, so you just never know if your opponent has nothing, if they have everything, if they're just trying to slow roll you. Pretty much have no way of knowing. Wow, so our opponent doesn't have it. So we got pretty lucky there. He attached to the Black Kyurem, and then and then attached one to the Keldeo. I don't know if he was just not thinking correctly, but either way, there we go. I believe he attached the Black Kyurem at least. Yeah, I did Black Kyurem. I mean, definitely did. So maybe he's not calculating correctly or didn't realize that that he could knock me out or something. But there we have it. Back up to 2-2. Let's hope that we can have a winning record by the end of this.